A lot of times when I say I'm an introvert, people are surprised because I'm a speaker and I'm a confidence coach and a speaking coach as well. And a lot of times when I was younger, I used to justify the fact that I was an introvert. And I used to look at my extroverted friends and say, oh my gosh, I wish I was more like them. And that was a mistake because I didn't honor the introvert in me. And if you are an introvert, if you look at other people and say, I wish I could be more outgoing, I wish I could be more like them, I want you to stop and remember these 3 rules, things to remember to have the most confidence you can possibly have as an introvert. The first rule is stop labeling yourself or predicting the kind of behavior you should have. A lot of times you think about doing things as an introvert, if you're like me, and you say to yourself, no, I'm shy or I'm an introvert, and so I'm not going to do A, B, or C. And a lot of times that can hold you back because we pre-label ourselves, and that stops us from taking the actions that we could take to be the best we can possibly be. So don't label yourself. Don't assume because you've done something in the past or you've been too shy to do something in the past that you can't do it in the future. No more assumptions. That's rule number 1. The second rule is stop thinking of introversion as a weakness. A lot of times people think, okay, it's the public speakers, it's the people that are out there, it's the people that are the life of the party. They're the ones that are strong, dominant people. But if you look at a lot of CEOs, Steve Jobs, there are others that were introverts. And a lot of surprising people are actually introverts. And it's not a weakness. Do this. There's a book called Quiet by Susan Cain, and she talks about the power of being an introvert. And we need both types in society. Yes, we need the extroverted types, but don't forget that if you're an introvert, we need you too. We need your introspection. We need your ability to reflect. We need the fact that you ponder things and you take your time and you don't jump out there and make rash decisions. We need you, introverts. So don't be so down on yourself. Don't look at other people and say, I wish I was more like them. The final tip, and this one is close to my heart, stop justifying your need for solitude. A lot of times we like to recharge by ourselves. If you're an introvert, you probably like to sit alone. And the idea of going to a party and networking with a bunch of people is probably the last thing you want to do sometimes. And maybe even if you do it, you like to recharge on your own. If you do, you don't have to justify that. You don't have to just say, oh, well, I like being on my own. No, it is a strength to be able to sit alone. There was a guy named Blaise Pascal, and he once said that most of man's problems, most of people's problems come from their inability to spend time alone, to recharge. That is a strength. And some people can't even do that. They have to get the table for 2 when they go to the restaurant. They can't go to the movies alone. They have to be around people. And that, in my opinion, is a weakness, to not have that ability to say, you know what, I'm okay being in my own company. So it's a strength if you like to recharge on your own. Listen, at the end of the day, I know introverts, and I've gone to schools and I've spoken, and a lot of kids come up to me and they're like, I'm so shy and I'm an introvert. How do I be more outgoing? And the first thing I say to them is, why do you want to be outgoing? Because you see someone else being outgoing? Because you see someone else that's an extrovert and you want to be more like them? The best thing you can possibly do in this life is be yourself and own who you are. Extrovert, introvert, whatever you are. A mix of both. Someone called me the other day an extroverted introvert, whatever. I'm not labeling myself anymore. Don't label yourself. Just be you every single day.